fan reaction to the rainbows in Diablo 3, where I think we're going to start adding them to Starcraft 2 soon. All right, so this is actually going to be a really fun panel. I have a lot of cool stuff to show you guys today. We're mainly going to be concentrating on talking about the single-player campaign, and we also have some really cool announcements. So you might want to call your friends that think this is just another lame game design panel, because we're going to show some cool stuff that we didn't show in the opening ceremony, so we're going to make a pretty big announcement. All right, so we're going to start the PowerPoint.
Hello?
Because PowerPoints are exciting. Let's see if they actually are going to pay attention to my clicker. There we go.
No, I'm in the panel.
I know. Isn't that an exciting slide? That's the best. All right.
Let's see. Go in through, there's a security area.
Here we go. Okay.
Go all the way to the left.
So with StarCraft 2, we want to do something a lot different than we've done in the past. You know, a lot of our previous RTSs, we've kind of done this very linear sort of formula. You know, really cool missions, but we've done a very kind of linear progression. We've tried to integrate as much story we can as we could in the game, but with StarCraft 2, we want to really try to rethink how to approach an RTS campaign. You know, we felt like if you look at the real-time strategy game genre, it's really become multiplayer first, and there's a lot of opportunities to tell really epic, cool, immersive story within real-time strategy games, and no one's really taken advantage of it yet, so we want to take a shot at it. So another big kind of goal for the campaign was to emphasize player choice. You know, again, most time in RTS campaigns, you just kind of play mission 1, you play mission 2, mission 3, and you don't really have any choice within it whatsoever. So we want to make sure with StarCraft 2 that players have choices. They have choices what technology they're going to buy, they have choices what missions they're going to choose, and which characters they're going to interact with. And another big goal was varied, interesting missions. Something that we kind of pride ourselves about on the RTS campaigns is that we really try to make each mission very unique and very different. You know, we try to avoid having just kind of a standard mission where you build up a base and you just go crush some enemy base. And we always try to make sure there's an interesting gimmick to every mission that really has a unique strategy to it, so you don't feel like you're just playing a multiplayer game within a single-player story. You know, and we kind of are going to push that even more than we've done before, where you're going to see units within the single-player campaign that may not even show up in multiplayer. So, we really almost are taking single-player and trying to make it as unique as possible and not being constrained by the things that we're doing in multiplayer. And then lastly, but probably most importantly, is we really want to immerse players within the StarCraft universe. You know, we really didn't have a lot of opportunity in previous RTS games to do that, but with Warcraft 3, we really started trying to do that. You know, really try to have interesting storylines, try to give you more of a sense of the map of Azeroth in Warcraft 3. You know, with StarCraft 2, we want to take that to another level. We really want you to understand, the galaxy. We want you to kind of visit these different planets, really have a sense kind of geography, really understand who the major players are, the different political factions, the major characters, and really kind of how it all comes together so that you understand the universe as a whole. All right, so I want to introduce Jim Raynor, who some of you may have heard of. So within the Terran campaign, Jim Raynor is the main character, and he's the character you're going to be playing as. So kind of in the previous StarCraft, you were kind of this vague character, the commander, the executor. We really never gave you screen presence. So we took a different approach with StarCraft 2 and really are putting you in the shoes of the main character. So you're directing Jim Raynor, his actions, and kind of determining to some extent, who Jim Raynor is going to become depending on the choices that you make. And the campaign itself starts in Marsara, which is a planet within the StarCraft universe, and a planet that was very important in the previous game. It was kind of the first contact for when the Zerg came in and invaded the Dominion. Well, back then it was the Confederacy, but kind of invaded Terran space on Marsara, and that was really where everything got kicked off in StarCraft. So we thought that'd be a really appropriate place to start off StarCraft 2. So Jim Raynor has kind of returned to Marsara. Jim really hasn't had a lot of luck since the previous game. He's really fighting a losing battle against the Dominion. He's turned into freedom
close to the
fighter,
front as I can.
and
Front, middle.
he really is trying to take
Let's
down
go to the
this
right-hand
empire
side. But
that
I'm
he
filming,
himself
I
kind of
can't
helped
talk.
create by being allies with Arcturus Minx in the previous game.
Yeah.
And the other character I want to talk briefly about is Tychus Finley. So, oh, you guys already seen Tychus? So Tychus, you may have seen actually in our pre-rendered cinematic that we showed when we premiered the game. He was actually the Marine getting bolted into that suit. And he's a character that wasn't in the previous Starcraft. He's a new character to the universe, but he's a character that actually has history with Jim Raynor. They actually knew each other a long time ago, and were kind of rabble-rousers together. So they have an interesting relationship, and you're going to see that in this intro movie that I'm about to show you. So one of the things that we're going to do a lot of in StarCraft 2 is have a lot of in-game cinematics. Our cinematics group has really been working hard at learning a lot of real-time techniques so that we can have a lot more cinematic and story footage than we've done in the past. So the reason I'm kind of introducing these characters is because the first in-game movie I'm going to show you today kind of involves all these characters. It happens on Marsara, within kind of a bar that's on Marsara, and you're going to see Jim Raynor and Tychus Finley. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that. So go ahead and I'm going to now go ahead and demo the game. So I'll be sitting down for this portion.
So to what do I owe the pleasure?
Just a friendly business proposition. Do you even know what the Dominion are doing out here?
I'm guessing you're about to tell me.
Digging up alien artifacts, old buddy. Your boy Minsk has gone crazy for them. But I got a contact that'll pay top dollar for every artifact we liberate from the Dominion.
I guess I can hardly pass that up now, can I, Tychus?
Partners then. 60-40.
70-30. My way. Feels like old times already.
Old times.
So that's a good example of what our real-time in-game cinematics will look like. We have quite a few within the game. And now we're in Marsara Bar. And within